And I am back live again. I had like an issue. There was an issue I had to resolve downstairs, so it was pretty critical. I had to leave. Let's see. View channel. There we go. Part 2 is now live again, and I'll pause that, mute that out, do live chat, and listen to Dylan Bird's talk.
A language is being used.
He's very actually he's kind of like the opposite of the other guys I talk about, which I think are kind of immature for their age. He's actually very mature for his age and very well spoken.
Is in order to try to dilute the message of the fact that, yeah, the United States is at war, and American citizens and American military personnel within range of Iranian drones and missiles are at risk. And Northcom, North American Command, is at high alert. If American soldiers are being told not to wear their uniform outside of their base, that seems to suggest that there is a level of readiness they want to be prepared for attacks even on the soil of the United States as they go after the government. It is still a war. And by calling it a major combat operation, it's not that it isn't a major combat operation.
The U.S. has learned from Russia. Calling things a special military operation doesn't go so well, but you can't actually call it a war unless Congress declares it a war, which is why he's saying what he's saying.
Operation, just like the invasion of Ukraine wasn't, it could have been, considered a special military operation, but that doesn't make them not wars. They're still wars. They're just different types of wars. The invasion of Grenada was a short but quick war. Like that is still a war. If American soldiers can die, they're getting in harm's way, and they, this is not something that's like quick and it's 24 hours, 48, 72 hours. Part of the argument from the Russians for it being a special military operation was it's going to be quick, it's going to be simple, and so before anybody can figure out what really the legalese of any of this is, it'll be over, right? You're trying to outrace the critics. But the problem was they couldn't outrace the critics, and they got bogged down, and the Ukrainians seemed to have a lot more fight in them than they thought. And so that quickness, it just didn't work. And so now the longer it's going on, everybody in Russia knows it's a war. It's just kind of tabooed and, discussed it kind of in those terms. In this case,
whether
we know the war is
taboo or
probably
not
going to last for weeks.
To discuss it in Russia,
unless there's going to be a ground component.
It's absolutely taboo, because if you refer to something, if you bring a blank piece of paper out, you could get arrested for that now. The paper doesn't have anything on it. It's just a blank piece of paper. You could get arrested and go to jail for years and years.
It'll probably be coming to some conclusion after some weeks. If it goes longer than that, then the likelihood of an energy crisis continues to escalate. Right now, we've already seen the amount for crude in the barrel go up to about, I think the last I saw it was $83 a barrel, but I haven't checked in the last 24 hours.
Gas is going up.
Maybe it's different.
Way up.
But in a few weeks, being past $100 a barrel is not hard to believe. And so, that might.
I would say in the U.S., if you're used to paying $3 for a gallon of gas, get ready for $4, and not in like a month from now. Get ready for $4 a lot sooner than that. If you're in Europe and UK, and you're used to paying €3 per liter, I would say, because you don't have your own resources, I would say get ready for 5 to 6, almost double.
Bring the war to a conclusion without regime change. There might be regime change, but an air war is still war. 6 Americans are dead. Many dozens more wounded. Others throughout other Gulf states are dead and wounded. Israelis are dead and wounded. Many Iranians are dead and wounded, like over 500, probably more than in the 600, 700 range at this point.
So let's talk about, he said 500 Iranians are dead and wounded. That's actually, I don't know what that means. Hey, Tannerman. Yeah, we're back. I had to deal with something earlier downstairs. I kind of had to skedaddle out of here real quick, but that's all. It's all resolved now. What was he saying? Like 500 Iranians or then if it's only 500, my gut feeling is it's a lot more than 500. But if it's only 500, that's not bad.
Time I saw
Can you
was
see? Can you see a link, Tandem
555,
Man, or is it
and that
is it
was
not
like
showing?
24 to 36 hours ago.
My gut feeling is that
Oh, yeah.
I'm having trouble
It is
posting
the
the link,
same.
so I don't think
Special military
I don't think
operation,
the link is
fucking
working.
major combat operation.
Ah, damn. Yeah,
thing
I am
they're
showing the
saying is
link,
that
but
the
it's
style of war
apparently it's not
was
working.
conducted-
Hold on. Let's see. What do I do here? I can do this, but you guys, you would have to know. You'd have to know to put the https://StreamYard.com, not StreamYards, just StreamYard.com, and then this is the link that I just created. But it's not. I'm the channel owner, and it's not letting me put my own link in there.
They're both wars, and the way language is being used is to sell the war to the public. You don't want to call it a war because war has connotations like, oh shit, your kid could die.
Yes. Oh, he's absolutely right. Dylan Burns is absolutely right. This is why we don't want to call things wars, is because in wars, your kid could die. Absolutely. He's absolutely correct.
That could mean it's going to cost a lot of money. Wars cost a lot of money. There's casualties on both sides, usually. Even if one side's taking a lot more than the others, usually casualties on both sides. You know, it could be dangerous.
And this is exactly the reason why Russia did not want to call this a war. They wanted to call it a special military operation. And because they remember what happened in the war with Afghanistan. And it's funny because the casualties from Afghanistan, not even close to what's happened here in the quote unquote special military operation. Hey Lotto, I don't know what the topic is. I just know that I'm not tired yet. I probably still have like another hour or two left in me before I go to bed. So I just thought I'd come back on. I did have an issue earlier I had to deal with downstairs, but that is now resolved.
You know, there's all these connotations that come with that in comparison to a fast and quick major combat operation, which, I mean, what does that mean? That could mean anything. That could mean a raid to kill somebody like Osama bin Laden, and that could mean multiple weeks slog. Either way, it's a war, and the way language is being used is to loot
the way we define things is, if it's not a war, we call it operation, and then we kind of define after the word operation, we come up with two cool words like epic. Epic is a cool word. Fury. Oh, fury is a great word. Epic and fury. Yeah. So it has obviously the operation has nothing to do with the words that we use to describe it, but that's how it goes through the vetting process of saying like, can we call this operation this? Yeah, that's how it works. The words actually have nothing to do with the type of operation that it is. Like even in the removal of Osama bin Laden, you will never see something called Operation Eliminate Osama bin Laden. You'll never see that, although that might be totally what the operation is.
The fact that it is a war in a nicer way. Just trying to say it's not a war, it's something else. But it is a war.
This is absolutely a war. You now have Iran attacking over 10 different countries. This is absolutely a war.
If the Chinese bombed Hawaii tomorrow and killed like 555 people, would that be a war? Are the Iranians at war and we're not at war? Because I think the Iranians definitely think they're at war.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. Do the Iranians think they're at war? You have over 1,000 targets in your country now being bombed. 1,000 in your own country. Would you think you're at war? Of course you would.
United States at war. can one be at war and the other can't? That doesn't make much sense. We're at war. And I would prefer if politicians were more honest. Like, this is going to be a quick war. We believe there will not be.
Yeah. Is this going to be a quick war? It's an interesting question. I don't know the answer. My guess is it depends on the. It depends how much Iran is getting hammered, and if so they actually have a line of succession in Iran, and both the U.S. and Israel knew that, so they've been trying to eliminate the lines of succession within Iran to try to get to people that would eventually say, let's just stop this. Let's just stop this madness. I truly believe that's what's been happening.
Many casualties, and it is worth the risk for these reasons. That's more honest, okay? This isn't a war. It's a combat operation. This has the type of sliminess that the branding of the special military operation had, which is we can't have an honest conversation with the public about what's happening. You know, if anybody else has an authority to stop this, no, it seems that one person can make the decision to do this. Nobody else can really seem to stop it. And, you know, you just kind of have to deal with it. Sucks. 1 second, I'm getting a call.
Lotto says, yes, this will last 1 or 2 months. Trump will lose midterm. Trump would lose the midterm elections regardless of this. If you look at the trajectory of the House, Trump was going to lose anyway. The midterms in the House, which will change the speakership. Before this, Trump would not lose the Senate. It's a very, very low probability of Trump losing the Senate. But since this, I think it actually puts the Senate in play, especially in the two most contested places, which would be Texas. And we'll find out more tomorrow. If Tallarico wins for the Democrats and Ken Paxton wins for the Republicans, the matchup between Tallarico and Paxton is very unclear. It could very well be something that was safe for Republicans over the past 20 years. That seat was totally safe, but you have a very flawed Republican candidate like Paxton and a very energetic from the base, the Democrat base. Tallarico is considered a very good candidate. You might have an upset there. Plus, what's going on in Maine and not Wisconsin, Maine and Alaska. You could have the three flips there. Yes, you're right, Lotto. You just heard that Texas have I could explain real quickly what's happening in Texas. Texas is a very, very safe Republican state, and no Democrat has been elected since right around 2000 to the Senate. But now the Senate seat's kind of open. So what's happening in Texas? You have an established person in Cornyn he's held the seat for 20 years, but he's going against someone that's a very very pro-Trump but flawed candidate, as most flawed candidates do try to align themselves with Trump. And the flawed candidate is called Ken Paxton, who has huge issues with his wife is divorcing him based on biblical things, which means I think that means he cheated on her. That would in Texas that actually matters a little bit. But yeah, so that's what's going on in Texas. This guy's. Yeah. So if you look at a good site, Lotto, a good site to look at is two good sites. One is Polymarket, the other one is Kalshi. You could actually see what people are voting, how they think things are going to go. I actually use it. I don't use it a lot, but I do use it enough when I'm interested in knowing what's going on, because people are actually they're betting real money to the whether it's the results of an election or for sporting events too. It's good. Yeah, it's good to look into that. Let's see. I think. Oh, this guy's having a good conversation.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the only indication publicly that I'm happy.
Yeah, Polymarket. Polymarket is good. So the two main ones to look at for is Polymarket and Kalshi. I think it's called Kalshi. They're both good sites to look at how people who are putting their own money on the line. With those two betting market sites, you can put your own money on the line. And they are saying the most likely, especially with Texas, which is a very interesting polling place, because Texas, for statewide Senate, like, it's always been Republican for the past 20 years. The fact that a Democrat could even be in competition to win the seat is very, very, very rare. But there is a good candidate. Tallarico is considered a very good candidate for the Democrats, and it's funny because the incumbent on the Republican side, John Cornyn, he's not the favorite of Trump, but he is a very stable political person that Texans will vote for. But there's another candidate that's just like totally pro Trump, and he has his own set of problems. He might beat Cornyn, and according to Polymarket, he will beat Cornyn, even though Trump is officially staying out of the race. The way it's probably going to go, and Republicans, like the Republican leadership hates this, is in Texas, unless you get 50%, you have to go through something called a runoff. So they have three candidates, and the Republicans, the leadership hates the fact that Wesley Hunt is running, because Wesley Hunt is going to take enough votes out where no one gets a 50% majority. And once that happens, they have to go through a runoff with the top two candidates. And what's going to happen in the runoff is the Republicans are going to spend so much money, like literally 50 to $100 million just on this runoff. It's already the most expensive race in all primaries for the history of certainly for the history of Texas, and Texas is a big state. So for the history of what's going on there, it's the most expensive primary, and because Wesley Hunt is in it, no one's going to get 50%, and then there's going to be a huge amount spent between Paxton and Cornyn. Yeah, it's going to be this race, assuming Wesley Hunt gets enough votes, and I think he will. It's just going to go to a 10-week primary. What do you call it? No, 10-week runoff, not primary. 10-week runoff from the results of the primary, which Wesley Hunt has no chance of winning anyway. But the interesting is, if Wesley Hunt was not in it, you would absolutely have a candidate that got over 50%. So it would eliminate the the GOP, like the Republicans, spending all this money that could go to other races, especially in Ohio and in Alaska and Maine. They're spending their money just in a primary in Texas. Very, very interesting. Let's see. Is Elon still back? No. Elon, Elon is not backing Republicans much anymore. There was this one race where Elon backed. Obviously, Elon helped buy Trump the presidency, but after that, Elon was involved in one race after that in Wisconsin. It wasn't a major. It was like an attorney general or something to that line. I believe it was Wisconsin. Well, no, actually, it was either Michigan or Wisconsin. One of those two states. Hey, Sean the Prawn. Yeah, so Elon was involved in one of those, and then Elon personally spent, I think it's like 50 million or something to try to influence the race, and it didn't work. I think it was for a judge, like a judge position. But Elon spent all this money, it didn't work, and then that's right around the time where he fell out with Trump. But yeah, I tried posting a link, but apparently I cannot post the link. Usually I can, but right now I don't think it's showing up. I even do no, I can't even do. It doesn't even give me the thing to post it as Yeah, something's going on. Yeah, it actually says put user in timeout. I could put myself in timeout, which is very funny. I should take a picture of this and then post it online. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a picture of myself posting my own chat, and then I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys on the check the line chat out. And you can see that it's asking me to post my own chat and put myself in timeout. Yeah, so it's not letting me post the link, but I did put the guts of the link. So if you know how to get to StreamYard.com, all you have to do is post this afterwards. So I would say good luck for everyone who wants to endeavor and just post this afterwards. But who knows? My guess is it might be too complicated to copy and paste. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
Having a birthday today is if you go to my Twitter account, I get the balloons.
Balloons. So normally Lotto, I could post a link, no problem. I actually don't know why I cannot post the link now, but so normally I could. So I don't know why I cannot post it now, but yeah, I got the notification that something was wrong. And I had no problem
from the CIA.
No, I had no problem posting it before.
He's not from the CIA. He's a roofer. Was a roofer. Now he sells driftwood tables and stuff.
Yeah, you just have to put that. Yeah, you just have to put that after the https://StreamYard.com/ and then you just have to post that right after. Then you should be able to come on. You'll certainly get on StreamYard. But it is not letting me post the link where people just click and come on. And I had a stream going before. I was on with Mok Mok, and then something happened downstairs where I actually had to deal with it. You would think with a house full of adults that I wouldn't have to get involved in every little thing that goes wrong, but I did have to get involved and understand what was happening and resolve it. But so I hope it works out. I hope it works out, Lotto. You're able to, you could click the link and come on. I will get the link because I have a totally different browser for the chat. I'm not using Firefox. I'm using a different browser for the stream. The one browser I really don't like is Edge. You'll never see me using Edge. I don't know where Microsoft went wrong. Microsoft used to use Internet Explorer, which Internet Explorer had its problems, but at least it used to be functional. And then they went to Edge, and that's where all hell broke loose. They have so many things tied to Edge where it just takes forever to use it. And who wants to do that? Yeah, so Edge no good. So I don't know what Microsoft did, but apparently they changed something to go from a popular browser like Internet Explorer to forcing you to use Edge, and then that's where everything went wrong. But I'm old enough to know, not to know. I'm old enough to remember all the the browsers and search engines back in 20 years ago. You guys remember stuff like Metacrawler? Metacrawler. There were so many of them that did not pan out. I could probably get a list of all the all the search engines that were popular back in the day. I think even AOL had a search engine. I never subscribed to AOL, so I don't know. But yeah, if you guys want to come on, now is a good time. I cannot post the full link, but I could post the actual code after StreamYard. So it looks like that went through. But you have to be a little bit tech savvy to be able to copy and paste after you do the HTTPS StreamYard.com/ and then you post the 10-digit code, 10 alphanumeric digit code that I posted, and then we could get on and talk. Otherwise, I'll give it like another 10 minutes. If no one comes on, I probably go to bed.
And makes pipes out of deer antlers when he goes hunting, and he finds a bunch of deer antlers on the floor and stuff. Really interesting. I like it. Cool. And the pipes are cool. I really like the pipes. Celebrate your birthday because you made it home again, safe from Ukraine. Dude, I'm going to be back in Ukraine in a month. So I celebrate my birthday, and then I go back. That's the pattern so far.
So you tried. A lot of you tried. So you posted a link. You posted the HTTPS : and then StreamYard.com/ and then you posted that link in, and it still didn't work. Damn. I think if it doesn't work for you, I don't think it's going to work for anyone. I don't know why. That's the actual link. Huh. I'll try copy and paste it again, but I don't think it's going to work. Ah,
That's the pattern. This is actually a gift too I got for my birthday. The little painting of Dr. Gonzo, you know. Well, not Dr. Gonzo. I guess it's well, yeah, Dr. Gonzo. Okay, where were we? Oh yes, we were talking about the language of whether or not it's a war. I wanted to show some of the contradictions of the administration because when I'm saying it's a war, it's like immediately to anyone's logic, it's like, yeah, we're bombing stuff. If they were bombing us, it'd be a war. American soldiers are dying. American
breaking news. Hey, there's someone I didn't expect to see on tonight. Hello,
Well,
Sean.
I heard you. I had it on in the background, and I was just finishing dinner, and I heard that you were having StreamYard's issues. So,
Did you click the link or did you have to manually type it in?
oh, did you? No, I manually typed it. I didn't even see the link.
Well, wait. So you manually typed in the digit code. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So it works. It works. Yeah. I'm having issues where people cannot actually click on the link to get in.
Yeah, I think that's a YouTube thing. But
Yeah, sometimes it happens to me when I start a stream. It is rare, but it does happen where I cannot post my own link.
Yeah, because I think like even for me, like as a guest, the last time I used this phone on StreamYard was quite a while back. And when I look at it on my end, I can see my avatar, but I think my avatar doesn't show up, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, I think that's a separate issue. Sometimes you
Okay.
can see your avatar and you can see it on StreamYards, but the avatar that shows on the stream is actually not the same. But I think that's a totally different issue. Yeah, that happens to me too. Sometimes I'll show an avatar on whatever stream I'm on, but the actual avatar that is seen on the YouTube stream is totally different. But how you been? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I just been following a lot of the geopolitics and stuff, and yeah.
Yes, and
doing some
it's a
personal
shame for all
things.
the 8,000 people now stuck at the Doha.
Yeah, I was actually I have a family member that's stuck in that region, but they actually don't want to come back at this point. They want to come back next week. So I'm wondering what it's going to be like next week.
Good.
Should
So
be
if
okay.
so if they don't come back to next week and they could shelter in place, I would say go for it. Don't come back. There is a chance.
Yeah, I was thinking
you're
more
resolved
along the lines of go back or come back or whatever. But yeah, but I guess, it depends. If you're there on business or anything. I watched this one video early this morning where they're all in Dubai and looks like a hotel or something. And they're all eating dinner and you hear this loud explosion in the background and people kind of, maybe 25% of the guests kind of look, and then everyone just goes back to doing what they're doing, just eating and talking.
Yeah. Dubai is one of the places getting hit. I think Dubai is one of the places getting hit the hardest, which is it's actually surprising because the relations between Iran and Dubai, they're not the worst in the world. They're not the best. The best would be like Oman. Iran's relationship with Oman and Qatar are probably the best. So
yeah, I heard that
Dubai
Kuwait
probably
has a
wouldn't be.
really strong relationship with Iran.
But even those two countries, Iran has struck out and attacked, which is quite surprising because you piss enough people off, they start doing things like allowing U.S. military assets to launch attacks from that country, which a lot of them didn't do because internationally the war is pretty much considered illegal.
Yeah. Well, I heard that Iran doing that, what they're doing for the friendly countries that they have is pretty much because it's to put pressure on those countries to tell the US to halt.
Yeah. Yeah. What Iran's trying to do, they're trying to run run the countries out of their military like defense assets. Like let's just say something like the Patriot air defense,
Mhm.
because replacing Patriot air defense systems is very expensive and it can't be done.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
read
just
that they
can't
only
replace
have like
1,000 at
8
a time.
of them in total or something like that. Because each one is like, what was the cost? Something like,
The Patriot missiles are very, very expensive.
yeah, and they apparently they lost 2 of them. That's the most expensive piece of equipment they've lost so far. What country was it? I think Kuwait. They
So
had them set
Kuwait-
up. Kuwait or
Kuwait,
Qatar?
there was two planes in Kuwait that got struck down by friendly fire.
Yeah, I saw that, but I also read that the THAAD missile systems, 2 of them got destroyed based on satellite photos.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I do
Yeah.
know. I do know what the THAAD missile system is, and I do know it's created by Lockheed Martin. But I actually didn't know we would have THAAD missile systems within Kuwait. I know we have them in Israel. I don't know if we have them in Kuwait, but it is interesting.
I think we set them up temporarily once those countries started getting hit. I could be wrong. I'm just going
No,
by.
I know. I probably know. I know about as much as you do about about having.
There's so much, misinformation out there. You think that, okay, this has got to be true. You heard it from so many sources, but then the next day you find out it's not true.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know the answer to that where the THAAD systems are, but they do a much better job than the Iron Dome. For
Okay.
their types of missiles, like the Iron Dome is good for rockets. It's very good for rockets that are coming from especially Lebanon.
Is that the same thing as David's sling? They call it.
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
But
yeah, I heard
the
that
Iron
Israel
Dome-
has like 3 defense systems overlapping one another.
Oh, there's something called Arrow. There's something called the THAAD, which we just
Mhm.
installed recently, right before the June attacks. And there's the traditional Iron Dome, which the Iron Dome does a really good job against slower moving rockets, but not so good against the cruise and ballistic missiles.
Right. It's interesting.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read that they were thinking about I don't know if it's true, like again, but they were thinking about taking the systems that they have in South Korea and bringing them over.
Yeah, I would not doubt that. Right, because there's no imminent threat to South Korea, and we're very limited. Which is it's a fault of the U.S. Like, why are we relying on one factory? Really, you only have one factory making this shit? One factory in the whole country?
Well, they've
Like,
got
seriously.
the what do you call it? So no one else can copy it.
Yes. Now it does take for specific armaments, especially like Patriot. Like you have to, yeah. It is not easy to make. You can't just dumb do it. But like really, one factory, you couldn't have the foresight of creating multiple factories. It's not like a big deal to go from
Well,
one to two. It's a
I
big
read
deal to go
somewhere
from 1 to 20, but not from 1 to 2.
I read somewhere that it takes a while for them to make too. I don't know what the logistics are
Yeah,
behind
it
it or anything.
depends. Yeah, it depends on which system you're talking about. If you're talking about obviously dumb bombs, you could probably do that anyway. But there are systems that it does take what, but if we have one, is it really a big deal to go from 1 to 2? Hey, EMF Chris, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Hey,
What's up,
Chris.
Sean?
I'm doing good. I was on before, and then I was like, I had to resolve there was an issue going downstairs, but I got that all taken care of, and I'm like, now I'm not tired, so I came back on.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, usually this late at night I'm not on, but I was. Is it 8/11 or 9/11? Oh, it's 9/11. What a funny time.
I
It's
think clocks
9/11.
go forward this weekend, don't they? Yeah, I think they do. If you're in one of those states, I think what is it, Phoenix or Arizona, and they don't do it. I think that's it. And one other state.
Wait, what were we talking about?
You know that daylight savings where the clocks go forward?
Daily savings. Yes. So daily savings, and I actually used to work in the industry, so I kind of know. There are, for the most part, in the U.S., everything follows daylight savings except for 3 exceptions. One is Hawaii.
Yeah,
Hawaii,
that's right.
yeah, Hawaii does not follow daylight savings. One is some or all of Arizona.
I think it's
And
all, but yeah, you might be
okay,
right. It might be half.
all. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. The other is certain counties in, I believe it's Illinois.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so there are multiple things that don't follow daylight savings, and they do leave it up to the states to decide, as they should. The states should have a lot of power to
Well, the
govern.
whole West Coast, like Washington and Oregon, voted to scrap it like 4 years ago, but they won't do it because California refuses to take a vote on it. So it
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense to do it without California because of
Oh, I think the whole
trading and stuff.
country should decide. Like it, I honestly, I think we should all be on. We should all actually go on the time frame of daylight savings. Not
What you
standard.
mean? You don't switch the clock, right?
No. You switch the clock permanently.
Yeah, you switch it, but then you don't ever touch it again, right?
Right. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't touch it again.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, definitely. But I don't. Well, the question also would be, do you want? Where is it? In the wintertime, do you want that extra? For it to get dark in the afternoon earlier? Do you want it to get like
Yeah.
light earlier in the morning? I forget which one is which, but
Yeah. So when we go from standard time to daylight savings time, which means it's going to come up soon in March. Wait, is it March? It is March now. Yeah, it's going to come up, I think, in an hour. We do, because it's called spring. We spring forward, which means we set the clocks ahead an hour. So what that means is it's darker in the morning for an hour, but we get an hour extra light at night. And I think most people would agree having that extra hour at night is more valuable.
yeah,
Excuse me. I would say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I do like in the nighttime, certainly summer, like it could be light 9:30 at night. And I think most people here would agree that's better.
What I don't like is in the winter time where like right around, depending where you are in the country, right around late November, early December, it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it's already dark.
Well,
So
that argument would actually support the argument I'm making, which is by December, the time has been moved from the daylight savings time back to standard time, which makes it darker earlier. So it sounds like you would agree getting darker at 4:30 is a bad thing, which I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, because you get up and it's dark out. You go to work, especially if you're inside all day, and then by the time you leave, it's dark out. You don't see daylight at all. It's such a horrible feeling.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I've lived enough years to know that. Yeah, like getting dark early is so depressing too, because there was one year where I didn't even see daylight for like a month because I would get into work really early. And this is during the winter time, even during standard time. Like I would get into work, and then by the time I got home, it was dark out. So like for a whole month, I didn't even see daylight. This is back in the. I remember this is back in the 90s.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling. This is horrible. You basically it was Christmas that would just keep you going, like all the Christmas stuff going on. I remember.
Pretty much the same for me when I worked in Europe. Like basically, you'd get up, it was dark as hell, cold. Go to work, and then yeah, by the time you finished work, it was dark again.
Hmm.
So you never really had. I mean, okay, you had lunch. Maybe you went out for lunch or whatever. And but yeah, you never really, unless it was the weekend, you never really saw daylight during the week.
Yeah.
In free time, let's put it that way.
Yep. And we're about to go from daylight savings. No, actually, we're about to go to daylight savings from normal time. So within a week, I think we're going to be back to daylight savings, which is going to make the like it's going to make it darker an hour later. And now it gets dark around 6 o'clock, so it'll go from 6 to 7. Now every day, it increases by 2 minutes. So you have that every day, 2 minutes longer. But yeah, it's going to go from 6 to 7 very, very soon.
Yeah. They always say you lose an hour of sleep. I think that's more psychological than anything.
Yes. Well, you do actually lose an hour of sleep if you're on the same schedule and your alarm goes off every day. You actually do physically lose an hour of sleep, but yeah, just make
But
it
you
up.
can just go to bed like an hour earlier, can't you? Sort of
Well, that's
like
actually harder to do. It's harder to force yourself to go to sleep an hour earlier. It's actually easier to have yourself stay up an hour later than to go to bed an hour earlier. But
oh,
yes,
well,
once you
that's
get
true, definitely.
once you get used to it, it's fine.
Yeah. So
What
you've
do
been
they say about?
following. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So what do they say about jet lag? It takes you like for every hour of time difference, it takes you a day to adjust, pretty much.
Something like that.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I'm not sure. I do know that Thailand is so far away that actually adjusting is not hard. Especially like I can't sleep on planes, but from what I've heard, people that can sleep on planes, it's so far away that it's not a big adjustment. Going from the US East Coast to the West Coast and West Coast to the East Coast, which is a 3-hour delay, that could cause a lot of
Well,
problems.
you know what would be tough? Being a professional athlete. 'Cause you're constantly on the move when you're on the road.
I know
They have
that's
they have
me.
watches now, I
You're
think.
totally describing me.
Yeah. Don't
I bring
only
out that chessboard. Oh, I bring out that chessboard, and I'm like, I'm so ready to move my arm to move the pieces. Yeah.
that's Tyze's dad joke that he says when his family is eating dinner and all you hear is crickets in the background when he
Mhm.
tells. I'm just joking.
king of the dad jokes. There's nothing wrong with dad jokes, man. Come on. Some of them are actually so so far out there that they're actually funny.
Yeah. Dad jokes become okay as you get older into that dad era, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all good.
I saw like, I don't know, speaking of that, it was long ago, probably like 6, 7 months ago. Like YouTube shorts, you like flick through. And I was watching lots of comedy series at that time. And there's these 3 guys, right? They're all dressed up in like their New Balance sneakers. They got their socks all the way up to their knees. They got on like the khaki shorts and like the striped polo shirt or whatever. They all look the same. And like dads in the mall,
Mhm.
and they're telling dad jokes to each other. 3 guys. It was hilarious. It was so funny. It was, but the way they like, they were telling them and the reactions, it was awesome. I thought it was cool.
That actually, New Balance was one of the most popular sneaker brands I did see out in Thailand, and there's a lot of places that sell sneakers. Even like places like Central Mall, there had to be at least 3 or 4 places that was selling sneakers.
I looked once for some sneakers when I was in Bangkok to go to the gym, and I just wanted a pair where I could just ditch when I left, because I just do carry on and I didn't have the room for them. I couldn't find a decent pair from the places that I looked. I thought you might be able to get like a decent cheap pair of Nikes or something like that, something for like $40 maybe or something. I wasn't seeing anything.
Oh, you should have gone. You should have gone when I was there because before the Lunar New Year, which is like the Chinese New Year, on the first floor, not the ground floor, the first floor of the Central Mall, they had huge sneaker sale where I saw what looked like really good deals for anything from 777 to 777 baht up to like 2,500 baht for sneakers. Well, obviously 2,500 baht is not cheap, but they did have a lot of different sneaker vendors, not just like one place. Just like sometimes they put it in the middle of the mall, and so they had a bunch of different vendors come in, and I do remember seeing what looked like good sneakers for 777. So that would be, what would that be? So it's less than 1,000. So it's about,
It's like what,
about
50
25.
bucks?
Yeah, $25.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm at an age now where, look, if I like the look of it, I don't really look at the brand anymore. I just, I don't know. If I need a pair, I'll
Yeah,
just
I'm
get one
kind
set
of
of
like
that
that.
look decent, and if they're comfortable, I don't really care anymore. Back when I was like teenager or whatever, it's like you had to go get the Air Jordans or whatever it was at the time, or whatever the latest fad was. Nah, I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Yeah, I got a bunch of shoes, but it's like you stop wearing them. You buy them and then you never wear them. You want to keep wearing your old pair of shoes. And so it's like, I don't know if that's kind of where you're going with it. But
No, not really. Like, depends. Like for business and stuff. I mean, I guess I don't buy dress shoes anymore. I have enough, and they're good and whatever. There, I paid more attention to like how they're made and what they're made of and how they're put together and stuff like that, so that they last a long time. Um, but yeah, like sneakers now, or tennis shoes, or just shoes for recreation, or just normal. Yeah, have them.
Mhm.
So long as I
Well,
like the look of them and they're comfortable, I don't care.
the ones I saw in Thailand that I was looking at, they were all like, I guess, somewhat fancy. I don't know. The problem is, I guess, the name brand. If it's name brand, then the price goes up because in Asia they're crazy about that stuff. But it was all like made from recycled plastic. Like that was like the highlight everywhere. And I was like, so
Were
I don't want to
were
buy
they
a pair of
advertising
garbage shoes. Like
that wouldn't
that,
be a great advertising campaign when you're trying to sell someone your sneakers and you say, "Look, these sneakers are made from retired plastic."
that's basically, I don't remember exactly what it said, but that's basically along the lines of what it said.
Yeah. I would say
Mm.
that's probably not the greatest advertising in the world.
Yeah, it turned
You
me off
say
big time.
you say Michael Jordan wore these, then you're getting people interested.
Hmm. Yeah.
Retired
but
plastic that went into the sea, probably
Yeah.
not the greatest.
But on the other hand, I mean, like as a counter argument, if Michael Jordan, whatever Jordan we're at now, Jordan 53, whatever, if they said that 50% of the shoe is made of recycled material, because of the environment, blah 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 blah, they got an advertising campaign right there. So and people will buy them.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, you say the word Jordan. I agree. Just say the word Jordan. Half the people are not going to look at anything even beyond that. You just say word Jordan. Ah, yes, I want them.
Yeah, do you guys know that I don't know if he still does it, that Kicks guy in the Thai, I hate calling it Thai community, but
Well, which kicks is it?
there's more than one Kicks.
Rides for there's rides for kicks.
Kicks TV is who you mean.
I just know the one guy that he apparently sells a bunch of shoes. Like that's what he does for a living.
Kicks TV. That's his his handle. Yeah, I mean, there's I don't know what like I said, like, I'm too old for this stuff, like to keep track of like what models and this and that. And when you do see people paying like premium for shoes or whatever, okay, yeah, they look good, but how can like one pair be like whatever, $5,000, and another pair that looks similar, they're just like the regular price, 150, whatever. Like it's weird.
It's marketing and name brand and all that stuff. Yeah.
I would say,
And you could,
yeah, in
go
Thailand,
ahead.
you could find really good deals on shoes. You could also find very bad deals on shoes, just from what I've seen.
I would think that it's the same worldwide, but yeah, guess it depends. I've actually bought a pair of shoes in Thailand before, believe it or not. Can't believe I did. Thinking about it, I only wore them like twice. It was one of those January. What do they call it? The whole month of January is supposed to be like a sales month. They give you like, it's like supposed to be kind of like Black Friday, I think, except for like the entire month. Anyways, I got a pair of Hush Puppies, I think for 3,000, I think it was.
So 100, yeah.
Yeah.
My experience is, and I've been to like in Central Mall, they actually have a place called Central, which is it's a department store, women's, men's clothes, like everything else, and it's like five stories high. So they have a different department everywhere. I saw the same kind of shoes, not the same exact shoes I have, but the same kind of shoes, the same brand name, Asics that I wear in that mall, and it was 6,000 baht for similar shoes to what I wear, which should cost nowhere near 6,000. That's like $200. Like the shoes I wear should cost like 70, 75. I really like them, but that's why I'm saying, like, shoes in Thailand, shoes are all over the place. You can get really good deals. You could actually get really ripped off too.
I bet.
Yeah, if you just go to the wrong place at the wrong time, you just might pay so much for them. So
I think maybe
you just have to be careful.
maybe being in the central part of the cities too, you might be paying a premium for anything that might be name brand.
I don't think it has to do with the central part of the city. You just go to a place that's like the central mall central. That's probably the like the most expensive place in Pattaya to get them. Yeah, but you're right that you just go to the most expensive place. You're just going to pay a premium for stuff.
Yeah. That's kind of where I was getting at. Yeah. I remember doing this price comparison in Japan when it came to like central Tokyo and then cities outside of Tokyo, and everything was higher in like the heart of Tokyo. Even beer and like soda and stuff was like a few cents higher compared to like
That
everywhere
makes sense.
else.
Yeah, Tokyo is very expensive.
Yeah, it was a complete joke. Made me not want to go there anymore. Kind of. Be like being in Manhattan, I would assume. You're paying a premium for everything.
I would not recommend going to Manhattan. You go to a place just to get a sandwich, and the sandwich would be $20 just for a sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah, you just be in the right city at the wrong time, wrong place. Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to, or do you have one in your Dean and DeLuca?
I've heard of it, but I've never been inside one.
It's like a coffee shop, but it's like they sell like, depends how big it is, the one that you go to, but it's just like a Starbucks, but they sell like deli meats and stuff like that too. And a coffee is like $20.
Oh, $20.
15, $20. Yeah. And you'll get like stay-at-home wives or trophy wives and stuff that just want to like, it's a showpiece basically. You walk around just to say, "Hey, look, I went to Dean and DeLuca," kind of like that.
For $20, you could actually probably get half the women on Walking Street, or I should say Beach Road, not Walking Street, Beach Road. Yeah. I mean,
where is this? Where are you talking about, Sean?
Dean and DeLuca.
Well,
Have
he
you heard
said
of that?
I said
No.
Beach Road, but okay.
I think it comes from Italy, or that's what I'm assuming because of the way it sounds. But they're worldwide. But
And
yeah,
where
it's
was-
considered like a high end, even though it's takeout for the most part. It's considered like over
And
the.
on Beach Road, you could get half the women to take out as well.
So,
Yeah,
I
does it come
just-
with an STD?
Where was it? Was it in Thailand or Japan or?
Are you talking to me or?
Yeah. Sorry, Sean. Like,
Yeah, no, they have them. The one I'm thinking of is the first time I went is in Japan, but I have seen it. They're all over the US, at least in the main cities, and I'm pretty sure I've seen them in. I wouldn't be surprised if Bangkok has one as well.
oh,
I don't
okay.
know,
Anyway, sorry, I was just listening in.
but the main
Hi.
cities, like London, definitely is got them. But yeah,
Hi, Tai Z. Hi, Sean. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Sean.
Sorry.
Hey, we
What's
got
up, Sean the
double,
Prawn?
we got double the Sean's on tonight.
That's right.
yeah,
Double teaming.
we're celebrating daylight
out.
savings.
And
weekend.
Beach Road, you could do that too. Especially if you're 5 Indian guys, you could do more than double teaming.
What about if it's 6?
Yes, I think there's just you just have to pay a little extra premium for that.
I just looked up on Google Tina DeLuca. It's basically like a premium grocery store type chain that has like artisanal foods and specialty foods and stuff. So
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure they have a coffee shop or whatever, but it was it's an American company. They don't have that many. Apparently, they don't have that many stores in America anymore. But yeah, they've got them all around the world.
Yeah, it's kind of like one here. Like, do you guys know Shake Shack?
Yeah.
yes, the burger joint.
It's supposed
Like a
Shake
burger
Shack
place.
is their business model is supposed to be like a fast food like place, but like fancy, I guess, kind of.
Well, it's fancy because of the prices.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's Dean and DeLuca. It's fancy because of the prices. It's a perfect way of putting it. Yeah.
You got a cold, Sean, have you?
Yeah, a little bit. I've had it for almost a week now. Can't seem to get rid of it.
Wow.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I guess you can hear it in me.
I actually had it in the earlier stream I had tonight. I had to blow my nose I think 4 or 5 times. I had to mute the camera and
Mine's pretty much gone. It's just the runny nose and all the
Yeah.
gunk from the nose
I know.
That
I
was
had the same
to the
thing.
back of my throat.
Once I got back from Thailand, I got the same thing. When I was in Thailand, I did not have it at all.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know.
All that cocaine has an effect, doesn't it?
Yeah. Coke.
Where are you now, Sean? Are you home? Or-
I'm at home. Yeah.
yeah. You've been
I
away.
actually thought about going to Mexico for some reason. When I saw some of that cartel stuff, not to be involved with that type of environment, but it's like, I haven't been to Mexico in a while, and it's stone's throw from here, kind of. So I thought, well, Mexico wouldn't be that bad, but then I was like, yeah.
When I heard that, I'm like, oh yeah, the one thing I want to do when there's this whole counterculture of trying to lash out at the country, I would say, yeah, the one thing I would want is to go to all the places that the cartels are attacking.
Well, if Southeast Asia was, the problem is it's the flights. They're just so damn long, Yeah, I want to go somewhere like if you just feel like getting away for like a week or so, going to like Asia is not worth it anymore.
Oh yeah, if you're going for a week, like a week is, I would even say 2 weeks. It's not worth going to Asia from
yeah.
the U.S. Yeah, 2 weeks is, and I've done it before, but it's like a 14-day trip, but you're spending 2 days of the 14 days just traveling. It's real hard. It is hard to do.
Well, it's okay for me because I'm traveling between Ireland and Australia, and I stop over, and I could do 3 days. Breaks up the trip, so 3 days one way and a week the other way. But it's it's actually like helpful for reducing jet lag if you stop over rather than do the whole trip all the way to Australia.
Mm, yeah.
Australia. Australia.
Yeah, so I usually on the West Coast, I fly either Korean Air or Japan Airlines. Then I can spend a night in Japan or in South Korea if I'm flying down to like South
Bonsai! Sorry, every time I hear Japan, it just makes me think of the fun time I had with the
Bonsai.
two Japanese guys.
Where,
I
where would you
had a great night with these two Japanese guys. Bonsai! It was good. Sorry to interrupt.
out of the two places, Sean the
Yep.
Sheep, where do you prefer, Korea or Japan?
For
Do
like a layover or just in general?
Well, for a layover.
At the airport.
Wherever the hotel is cheaper.
Yeah, well, Seoul, the hotels aren't cheap, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I
They're
guess
not.
for a layover, probably, I don't know. If I'm going to Canada, I don't know. You know about the airports in like Tokyo, right? They've got two.
There's Haneda and Narita. Yeah.
And Narita, yeah. So if I'm going to Canada, then I probably would prefer Japan because Canada is more central. Whereas Narita, you're at the airport, and if you want to get something, you're basically confined to the airport pretty much. Going out or being in your hotel, you're just confined to the hotel or the airport. There's no going out and getting something to eat or anything like that. Venturing into the city is just too far. And in Narita, like downtown Narita, you can call it, there's just not really anything. There's not much there. So I would
Yeah, I just
say Canada, Japan, if not, then Korea. In
I just re-
Ichiwan.
I just remember when I used to go to Seoul because you have to land in Incheon, right? It's an
Mhm.
island, and then you go. You take the bus, and it's the cheapest way. So long as you have a hotel on the bus route, and whatever the neighborhood is, it's easy enough to get around. And the same also goes for like Osaka because you can take a bus into Osaka and it has a couple of stops, whatever. If your hotel's
Yeah.
close to one of the stops, you can
Well, Osaka's on
go
an
out.
island. Their airport's on an
Yeah,
island too.
Kansai,
And
whatever it's
yeah,
called, Kansai. Yeah,
I
I
think you
prefer
gotta.
Osaka over Tokyo. To be fair,
Yeah, I think I do as well. But that's if you can get the flight. There's more flights, more of a convenience if you choose to fly into Tokyo. If you're gonna go to Osaka, I find that you might as well just go to Seoul, Ichiwan, because the proximity is quite close in terms of flying.
yeah.
But yeah, other than that, those are the two places like I would choose to be in a layover for. Other than that, just flying in general is just it's pretty difficult. Even being if you're in business class, like Tai Z, you were saying, I can't sleep on planes. Even if you're in business class, I'll be wide awake. That's why I was thinking, like all these politicians for all the geopolitical stuff that fly around all the time and constantly are doing their meet in a meeting with someone and they're flying back and they're in a different time zone and doing a meeting with somebody else. I'm going, man, I don't think I could do that just based on not being able to get enough sleep, even if I did have my own room on the plane.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
go ahead.
I was going to say,
go ahead.
if we're talking about U.S. politicians, how often? So, what the U.S. politicians
Like if you're Rubio, for
is
example,
Rubio would be a special case, but most of the U.S. politicians are representatives from their state, so they would have to travel from where they are to Washington D.C. Like it's not over the entire U.S. It's pretty limited from where their district is to like Washington D.C.
Right. What about if you're
If
part
you're
of
not
like the
talking about the U.S., I cannot talk about what you mean.
Yeah, no, I hear you. What about the press? Like if you're part of the press team that follows like let's say you follow the press that your job is to
So if your
follow the
job is to follow the president and you get to travel on the same plane that
Mhm.
that the president follows, like that would have nothing to do with, obviously nothing to do with following.
Isn't there a second plane that follows Air Force One?
There
Where
are
like
Yep,
there's something called
there's
Air
always
Force
two.
One, and there's Air Force Two. The president and vice presidents, they're never allowed to go on the same plane at the same time.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
What
but
is
isn't there like always a plane like when Air Force One is going somewhere? Isn't there like a logistics plane that follows where more press
they
and
come
more?
before, but they have, Sean, as far as I understand it, before the president of the United States visit anywhere. So first of all, we call the Secret Service comes and organizes how it's going to happen and all of the
Mhm.
routes and the what do you call it, manhole covers and what roads, and they analyze everything to the umpteenth degree, plus all of the equipment that they use, like the whatever the Chevy Suburbans, even the Beast, which is like the motorcade
Mhm.
car for the president, that all gets shipped in with like military transport planes before the president arrives. And yes, they have always a second jumbo jet, just like the Air Force One, because it's only called Air Force One when the president's aboard. Otherwise, it's known by its call sign. Yeah, there's always two, so nobody knows who's what. Also, if he uses like a helicopter, like
Uh-huh.
Marine One, like whatever that Sikorsky or whatever helicopter is that he uses, also that gets shipped to the country that he's visiting, or you know, everything's organized in that regard. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's a big to do, and yes, I think there's a certain amount of press that flies on Air Force One, and I'm sure they have auxiliary planes for or seats on other planes for press that follow. And not all of the press is invited to join the president on the plane, but you know, the president, he's got
Mhm.
like a bed, he's got a whatever conference room, he's got all kind of communications, and you know, the rest of the delegates or people from industry, or I mean, God knows who he travels with, plus the press, they have like, I guess it's like business class seating in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
how
feel
it's,
so
you know,
guilty going in my own like room while everybody else is like
well, he's the
fucking.
president, so I mean, come
I
on.
guess, yeah. Yeah.
So I would say this, based on what we've seen for the past 6 months, is the president actually does not get to choose all the people that travel on the plane with him. And like, why would he not be able to choose? Because if you remember back to something that happened a few months ago, where a girl asked him a question, and he said, whatever his answer is, he called her, he said, "Piggy, you're a piggy," which is pretty insulting. Calling
Mm.
a girl piggy. He was mad at her, but like obviously, if he got to choose who was on the plane, she would not have been chosen.
That's why I said invited. You know?
Yeah, I think it's done randomly. I think they do a rotation of in terms of press, the major
But Tazi, sorry, go ahead.
no, it's okay. I didn't really have anything to say.
Yeah, I agree. There's a rotation, but you know, all of these people that they allow on Air Force One, I'm sure they've got like substantial background checks before you can
Oh
come
yeah,
that close to the
the
president in such an
individual
environment.
people, yeah, the individual people have background checks. That's true.
Yeah, but I still they go through a rotation. I'm almost positive. Like I think it's like NBC, for example, is they put their name in there like one day or something, and then I don't know, because there's so many like certified press people now because of all the YouTube channels and all the independent like websites out there that are certified media.
Yep. But
Yeah.
coming back what I wanted to say, just coming back to you were talking about the jet lag and stuff. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't think I could do it anymore. But when I was working in Europe, I mean, that's how I got exposed to Thailand, whatever. But I had to travel like Japan, Hong Kong, fucking Taipei, Seoul. I had to go all over Southeast Asia. You know, Manila, Jakarta, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok, etc., etc.
Mm.
So what I would do, coming from Europe, I don't know how I would do it if I'd worked from the United States, because Jesus is far. But I would go as far to one side, so as far east as I could, and then work my way back because you gain time coming back. So that sort of helps with the jet lag. In my opinion,
being
it did.
able
It
to-
did for me.
Yeah.
So I would start like in Japan or Beijing or wherever, and then work my way back.
Oh, I've
Always
done that
fly
before. Kind
west
of.
or yeah.
Yeah.
So
If
that helped
you're
me a
used to
lot.
going to bed at 10 o'clock, it's much easier to go to bed at 11 than it is 9. I think going from east to west is actually easier than going from west to east. And people are trying to calculate in their minds right now, like, well, yeah, but
It depends where
Yeah.
you're going to, where
Yeah.
you're going, where you're starting from, and where you're going.
It's to do with the sun, you know, the day, and
well,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
easier.
every,
easier
yeah,
to stay
Sean's
up
right. Yeah,
later. It's easier to stay up later than
following it.
because if
following
you're,
the day.
force yourself to go to bed.
I think if you're
Follow-
flying out at night and you can't sleep on a plane, that's when your sleep gets messed up the most. At least for me.
And for me also, like maybe I would fly to Japan, but then I'd arrive like on a Sunday, and there's nothing happening on a Sunday, so I'd have the rest of the day for myself. If I wanted to sleep, if I wanted to walk around, if I wanted to stay up or whatever, and then I could get relaxed for, you know, tackling work on the Monday. That helped a lot as well. I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, if you leave on a Saturday to arrive somewhere on a Sunday or whatever, yeah, it sucks. But for that, I was, you know, in business and being able to, you know, be present 100% rather than jet lag at a meeting. That was an advantage for me. So, each
Yeah,
their own. But in terms of vacation, the thing that I do normally, I try to, like, if I fly to Bangkok for vacation or Thailand, I like to arrive in the mornings, right?
Mhm.
And then even though it's very difficult, like I'll come to the room, I'll shower, I'll change, I'll do everything right. I try to stay up as long as I can before going to bed, and that helps me a lot too. So I mean, everybody has their own little way of doing stuff.
Yeah.
But that works for me.
Yeah, flying out of the West Coast in the US and doing like the Japan or the Korea thing. Yeah, that one thing I forgot to mention is fly out try and get a flight that's in the morning time. So if they have a flight like Korean Air, I think has like 2 or 3 flights per day. Try and get the flight that's in the morning or mid-morning. And then you just stay awake on the plane, or you're going to be awake no matter what. And then when you land in the evening. So you just automatically, your body is so tired, you just sleep. And then you wake up in the morning somewhat refreshed, and then you fly again down to wherever you need to go in Asia. And then it'll be like mid-afternoon. So you've already kind of gotten rid of your jet lag for the most part. You fly out at night, like doing a red eye flight, and those never work for me.
Mark
Red eye.
figured out how to put the link. Isn't that amazing? He's put the link up, the actual link.
What's up,
Sorry.
Wait, how is Mok able to do that? I created the stream and I can't even put the link up. How did that happen?
I see a lot of this divide.
He must have
I
typed
just-
it out and then copied and pasted it in the chat.
Done a good
Anyway,
job.
cheers. Hello. Ding dong.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, Ding Dong.
I only expected this to go for like 30 minutes to an hour because that was kind of like a way. And
But
said,
now
"Yeah,
your
I'm
expectations
not going
have
to
been
bed
blown
anytime
away.
soon."
Your expectations have been blown away.
It's rough. Give me 5 here.
You got 5 hours spare, Tyzy?
Wait, do I have 5 hours? No, I have literally 30 minutes left before I run out of steam. Yeah, I'm probably
Do we
like
have
30
a
hours,
tape or
like 30
I
minutes
can
away.
shoot
Not 30
forward
hours,
or-
30 minutes away from falling asleep.
Really?
What's wrong with you, Tyson, man?
Have a
When you were
power
in
nap
Thailand,
now.
It is.
you were out
Well,
at all hours.
it's like 9 o'clock. Oh, it's 9 o'clock now. I've been up some like for like 20 hours. So that's probably why.
It's Monday already.
Yeah, I've been up for a while. And actually, I had a big day today. I had to go out of state just to pick up alcohol.
Out of state to get booze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it was good. It was a good deal.
Oh,
17.5 liters.
How much?
17.5
You'd be a
liters.
great drug dealer.
How
Yeah,
many liters
I
did you
see.
buy?
17.5 liters.
It's rush. It's
Jeez.
alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like half a barrel.
Yeah, maybe. But it was a good deal.
10 bottles of 10.
And on my prior stream, we actually we did a thing where people were guessing how much it cost, and someone got it. I don't know if he's still on.
Me.
I know.
Oh no, he is still on. Yeah, I think Lotto won it. Lotto won it.
17.5. Okay, is that just give me one thing. Is it beer, wine, or spirit?
Spirits.
Okay, so
17.5 liters.
17.5. Okay.
Wait.
Guess
What's
how much
the
it is.
name of the brand?
No,
What
that's
is it?
that's pretty much giving it away.
If I say
What kind?
something like
No,
look
no,
it
no,
up.
no, don't. I would
Yeah.
say, well, it's
Okay.
definitely over 100,
Gonna
unless
give it
you're
away.
drinking something out of a bathtub.
17.5 liters, so it's 10 handles you bought.
Give or take.
Yeah, 1.75 liters times
That
10,
must be-
17.5.
I
How
tell you
many
what, the
feet
wife,
in there?
20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. If he
I
went
have a
out
few
of state to
questions.
get
I
it,
do
he's
have-
getting a deal.
Hold on,
So I would say,
I do
the
have the
wife,
receipt
the
here.
wife must
I can
have
show
been
you.
mighty impressed. The wife
I
was
can
I'm going to
show you
impressed.
say 162. 50.
Good guess. Good guess.
Did you brag about it to your wife, or
No. Why would I show that to my wife?
that I got 10?
Where did you hide it when you got back?
You got a plan, man.
Look what I got.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
I got
And-
a question though.
In any experience, why would I show my wife? Oh, look what I just spent on alcohol. So
On aphrodisiacs.
I got a question. Did the 17.5 liter? Okay, I guess it's 10 handles. Were the handles glass bottles or were they plastic bottles?
plastic. Well, I'll say this: the
Ooh.
price is actually the same for both of them. So,
So
if you're thinking glass is going to be more expensive than plastic, no. They're the same.
Regardless, he got cheap hooch.
So what did you pick?
It is a good
I know
question.
what I picked between plastic and glass.
I'm buying a gold.
What would you pick between plastic and glass?
I'd go with glass, to be
I'd go-
honest.
I'd go with glass as well.
I'd go
Everyone will
glass.
go glass, and I have glass here. I'll show you. I have glass here.
Chink it.
This is glass.
Mm.
You can hear.
What brand is that? 7 vodka?
No, you gotta clink it. You gotta clink it against other glass.
I don't want to. It is glass. It's the same price. Doesn't
No, it
matter.
doesn't sound anything off your fingers. No. You can't play that in the band.
Pushing it through. Hey, Jenga drama. I love Jenga drama. You know who I miss? I miss Mookie Wilson, who used to post.
So you haven't told us the approximate answer.
Right, because not many people have
Oh, okay.
guessed. Post it in the chat. What do you think it costs?
It costs about 4 Dean and
17.5.
DeLuca medium-sized coffees.
Is it? Well, I've had
I'm
I've had
guessing.
guesses as
Yeah,
high
I
as
know. I know
500.
the answer. The answer is $130.
No,
That's it?
no.
Less than $130.
I'm not gonna say less than, but let me
100,
double check.
120 then. 120.
Hold on, let me check.
I was gonna
Without
guess
going over?
140, but whatever.
Oh no, it's less than $130
Less than
100.
130. Jeez.
for what was it 17 point
But wait,
yeah
wait.
17.5
I
liters.
Wait, hang,
The-
how much
And
do you
this is
spend
not
on
the-
gas per mile?
This is not
buying
the cheap
stuff,
stuff.
man.
This is the
It's a shop.
mid-range stuff, not the cheap stuff. But you can guess. Not
Have you
not-
taken gas inflation because of the war into account?
I did not. I did have to. Yeah, that's a good question. How much does it cost to actually drive out of state and get the stuff?
Yeah.
That is a good question.
You're the first person I ever meet went to Pattaya out of the States.
Not only the gas inflation, but you also have like the usage per mile, right? So you have like
Exactly,
insurance,
the wear and tear
upkeep of
on
the
your
car.
vehicle.
Exactly,
Yeah,
all of that.
did you have to pay
Tires,
for parking?
oil changes. Yeah,
Car
exactly.
insurance.
So no,
Tolls.
I did not. I did not
Tolls.
have to pay for
The late lunch, it might have had an effect on your
He
body.
went to Shake. He went to Shake Shack.
Well, I had a 10% coupon, so I went there, and then when I got back from buying that, I went to the gym.
Oh, yeah, as you do.
Yeah, especially as I do. Like, just look at me.
Yeah. You gotta feel better about about drinking, you know.
I don't believe it, man. Tai Chi go to Pattaya and never fuck. I don't
Lady.
believe it. The lady or
Nah,
I don't believe it.
no. Yeah. So
He met a
you're right.
Japanese. He met a
You
lovely
really
Japanese.
love her that much?
He met a couple of Japanese dudes.
Oh, that was fun. That night. That was a great night.
I talked to Pele
We were
one time. This dude is good.
The one thing we didn't talk about, which was I really want to talk about, was did they ever see the Beastie Boys? You know, they do all those videos of the Japanese videos, but we did talk a lot of American baseball, which they're very well aware of. American baseball was, and they were asking me like, why are a lot of the Japanese going to Chicago? Which
Super Bowl.
was a very interesting question. Go ahead.
I love Super Bowl, but Beastie Boys, man, come on, that's great song.
Well, for the Japanese, the Beastie Boys would be nothing to do with the Super Bowl, but the Japanese like baseball because of Shohei Ohtani and a lot of other Japanese players that have been in the mix in the past 20 years.
I
think any Asian country, they're big on whatever.
Yeah, they were actually
like.
asking me why are they going to Chicago instead of like the West Coast U.S., which you would normally think would be a great place to go, and I agree.
Let's go to Cyprus.
Did you tell
Yeah.
them because that's where they got drafted to?
I said, "Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto."
Are you drinking your tea pooch? I'm just joking.
Yeah, so obviously, I didn't have an answer.
What is the brand of vodka that you bought? What is the brand of vodka called? Check it out. Vodka. What was the brand of vodka, Tazi, that you bought?
Seven. Cost. Yeah.
It was what?
7, not to be confused with 7-Eleven.
SEVEN.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good mid-range kind of vodka. It's okay.
Keep it with beers, man.
It says a vodka 7. Vodka 7.
I went to 7-Eleven, but you ain't got vodka there.
Oh, 7
7.
vodka's got what? Like a 4.6 rating out of 5 stars.
Lasagna or
So
well,
I think no, I think
or
I think MF Chris just said something very important. 4.6. 4.6 out of 5 that's a good rating. But like I'm not here to give. I'm not employed by them. I don't care. I just
Where's it made? Is it made in America?
yeah. Well, that's I think we explored that earlier. It's when I looked at the thing, it said, and I'll read it again. It said, important warning. According to the Surgeon General,
I knew it.
women
It must
should
be
not
a
drink
US guy or a loft.
women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because
Oh,
of
damn it.
the risk of birth defects. So obviously that would not impact me. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs the ability to drive a car or to do Yahoo streaming.
So you try to do this or
Well, impairs the ability
well,
to drive a car or to do streaming. So I'm guessing I fall into the category where streaming. Okay.
Yes,
So
it-
this is where we are. This is the oh crap. I still have more in the bottom. Sorry. I have to stop it there because
Whoopsie.
it was just gonna impact the whole bottle. But yeah. All good.
Why don't you buy a Russian or a, you know,
That's a good question. Why don't I buy a Russian
or a Scandinavian vodka?
vodka bottle? Because
try some more.
we don't let Russian bottles in.
We don't like Russian
Oh.
what?
No, not like Russian. We don't allow. The country does not allow Russian bottles in.
I don't know your country, to be honest.
I do miss Russian standard, that's for sure. Kind of.
Smirnoff.
No arigato, Mr. Roboto. So that's why.
What about
That's why we don't
Absolute?
want
Could you get
some
Absolute
Japanese
vodka? That's pretty good. Absolute's a good vodka.
Yeah, I do know Absolute. I think this vodka is better than Absolute.
Better.
I'm not a big fan of Absolute. Gets a
I'm
lot of
fan of
praise, but I don't think.
Yeah, I agree. Me either. Like this vodka is way better than Absolute.
Okay.
I'm
Absolute.
trying not to totally just promote another country.
Just don't cut your hair, man.
Absolutely.
When you-
Okay, I just remember back when I was in college.
You know? Yeah. People
We used
paid
to-
and cut their hair, so
Back when I was in college, we used to take the advertisements out of the magazines for Absolute vodka because they always used to have like different themes. They just have like the bottle in the center, like an A4 thing, and it's like Absolute Current, Absolute this, Absolute Christmas, and just some people would like collect them
Oh, yeah.
and make like mosaics out of them and like frame them and stuff and make it like a bottle, you know, like of all of the advertisements. It's pretty cool.
Mm.
Cool idea.
why I'm a painter.
Okay, I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I paint the floors and the ceilings.
Ah, okay. I got you. Painter. Okay, cool.
So what's happening? What's your opinion on all of world? I read something. I think it was you might like Daisy. yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. Trump said that he's all
Sean the
all
shit.
the high end. Hang on, Muck, hang
Yeah,
on.
man.
Hey,
Okay.
all the good weapons went to Ukraine. You can thank Biden for that. We can't get any high end weapons.
Wait, Trump said that all the good
Yeah.
weapons went to Ukraine. Okay, no, he's
Like
lying.
the mid to high end type weapons.
No,
Yeah, he says Biden gave them all to Ukraine.
News.
Unfor-
News.
unfortunately for the Trump fans out there, that statement that Trump said he's just lying. It has nothing to do with what happened. There is a big lag of when things go to a country, how long it takes to get to the country.
I like fake tits. I cannot lie.
I like big butts. Then I cannot lie.
Okay, yeah, they can be fake too, man. Make it great. Yeah, no, yeah. No, cheers, Sean. But I'm Sean the shit. Cheers, man. Do you
So I
Yeah.
think
like
I think the reason South Packer is saying Kuwait the worst military in the world has to do with the fact that there's been two U.S. jets that actually been lost in the war, but both of them are based on Kuwait striking those U.S. jets.
Have you seen the video of the pilot landing
Yeah.
to the ground? And
It was a good video. It was a good video.
and they're
And
being
I saw
hostile towards him.
No.
And he-
The
jet
U.S.
pilot?
Hold on. The
Yo.
U.S. The video that I saw has nothing to do with being
Super.
hostile. The U.S. pilot got to the ground, and some Kuwaiti
Uh-huh.
was actually treating him really good, saying, "Hold on, because I'm not sure what you're about to say, but the Kuwaiti citizen. Let's see what
Okay,
happened.
yeah, there's two videos of two different pilots. You're seeing the one where the Kuwaiti citizen, correct me if I'm wrong, was saying, "Thank you for helping us. You're okay.
That does
Are you
sound
okay?"
yeah.
There's another video of a different pilot, and there's about 4 or 5 people around him that are somewhat hostile towards him. And he's telling them, back away, back away. And he's saying, I'm American. And they're all shouting in
Well, hold on. It's
whatever the language
the
is.
U.S. pilot. The U.S.
Yeah.
pilot is saying, "Back away, back away."
Yeah, because they're quite
Okay.
they're getting hostile towards him. And he's got his arms up and whatnot.
In Kuwait. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite mainstream. I'm pretty sure that video is. So if
Yeah.
you look,
Yeah, I saw the other one. The other one you're talking about. I have not seen. I've not seen that pilot, but I think all 6 pilots were recovered.
yes,
No, a small one, but the big one.
Shot down by
is-
Kuwait. Yeah.
And
Fucking go Kuwait. I'm
Sorry about
gunning.
that.
I'm gunning for Kuwait in this war. Kuwait's winning this war.
yeah, go Kuwait.
Bing, 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 bing. Yeah.
It's Kuwait and Oman.
I
Ladies
think
and
it's
gentlemen,
Well, Oman. Yeah, I
Oman.
spoke about it earlier on the different stream. Like, the two allies Iran had going into this war was Oman, number one. I'm not going to get into Yemen because Yemen's kind of divided between Yemen. I'm not even getting to Yemen, but Oman number one, and probably of all the other countries, probably Qatar. The Qatar and Iran, their relations are pretty good, but like Iran turned against them. Both of those countries in the past few days, they've attacked assets in both of the countries.
Do you
At
think
American,
Iran
they were shooting at
Satan
American bases. They had American
later?
bases.
Was it against? So if I'm saying it was against American bases, I
Yeah.
don't know the answer to that.
That was my impression as well, that they were just targeting
American bases.
So
American
why?
base.
So they're also
they
targeting
targeted
Doha
a British base
International
as well.
Airport.
I
That's
still
right, in
think
Cyprus. Yeah.
And
also
you're talking about Cyprus. Yeah, if you're talking
the
about
dog.
Cyprus, you're talking about
I heard an Australian base got targeted too. I'm surprised Australia even has a base in that region, but apparently
I don't know.
small Australian
America,
base.
Army.
Australia has a radar.
They have a
American
Shake Shack.
has an American radar. I don't know why, but for some reason the radar is very good in Australia. They can see a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
But who's that song? Radio Love.
Would you say, Sean? Would you say Australian border customs is more stricter than Europe?
Sean, come on, man.
Than Europe?
Yeah,
come
I've heard
on.
Australia is like one of the worst in the world.
Yeah.
You went one side across the border. Really? Did you?
Yeah, Australia is very strict. Can't remember Pine Gap. Is it Pine Gap? It's Pine Gap where the radar station is. I think it's called Pine Gap.
Yeah, I've heard
I
of
think
that.
it's called Radio Love. It's a Dutch sound. We love to fart and gas and bring the cows to.
Around.
Can I have one song? Because Steph almost died. I think so. I thought he
Well,
died last.
have you had any contact with him, Mark?
No, you have to ask C, man.
Do you have his contact or?
I have his number. I have, but no response.
Yeah, I think with most of the people that have been in touch with Steph, there's been kind of no response lately.
So can we listen to Radio's love song? It's kind of.
Can we? I'm gonna go in like 15 minutes. We could do whatever we want in 15 minutes. I probably have to go in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Can
fine.
I show you this?
Just end it whenever you want, or yeah. But
Yeah, pull an all-nighter. Come on, you can do it.
yeah, you've got 7.5
all night long. All night. I cannot.
Just go until you finished 1 liter of your alcohol that you bought.
Well,
Yeah,
I still have alcohol to consume before that.
Steph's still alive. I fear. You know, the last time it was about the gal songs.
Just finish $23 worth of alcohol that you bought, and you'll be then you can go.
23 is actually that's pretty impressive. I don't think I could do that tonight. 23 is going all night long, as Lionel Richie himself would.
You'd be like, have you guys ever seen like gone to bed and Ron's doing one of those type of streams, and then you wake up in the morning and he's still on?
Yeah, I see Ron all the time. One eye open, 2 eyes open, 0 eyes open.
And you're
When I
like,
was
Yeah, Judge.
when I was on
Go
the
ahead.
last stream I was on the panel with Ron on his last stream, and he got so drunk, he just started abusing me, like going, "You're a fucking,
What
you're a
happened,
cunt."
man?
Yeah.
All
You
night
talk
long.
about
Did you hear that, Muck Muck? Did you see that?
yeah,
Or
of course, man. Gotta work
I
in the meantime. Don't worry.
on occasion I'll go
I
into runs. Sorry.
I think he was totally drunk.
I judge Ron's like if I'll go into Ron streams every once in a while. I judge him like I judge about the quality of the stream by how open his eyes are. The more closed his
John,
eyes get, the more squinty they are. If they're squinty, I'm leaving because
Yes, I do
yeah.
the same
he's
thing.
just gone.
Sometimes he has one eye open.
The
I
one
got
eye
to
can be
say,
dangerous. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
yeah, no worry. Chris, I love you too.
We all love you, my
Run
brother.
was out of order. I hear John talk about me and Ron, and he was such an asshole.
Ron, yeah.
The most entertaining streams sometimes are the ones where he doesn't have a panel or anything, and he's already squinty-eyed, and then he puts on music and starts dancing.
Yes.
Those are good too.
All night long. All night.
yeah, and you wake up in the morning and you're like, how long have I been asleep for? And you're like, is this the same stream that he's? And you're like, you're like, oh my god, the guy's been like awake for like 8, 9
But,
hours, like dancing in front of the cameras.
but people watch him, so
Like, hey, you're not my neighbor.
He
I
lost.
guess.
He lost after his last stream went down, and I asked him why did it go down. He says, "I don't want to know."
But it's a difficult question. If you don't know what happened, but you know something happened, and you think about it, it stays in your mind, man.
But he could ask, why was the stream, struck down? Why was the channel struck down? He could certainly ask it and appeal it. And
Just
my
say
feeling is that he was so drunk around a child. Like
nothing. Nobody's gonna say.
Oh, did he lose his last? Did he lose another channel?
he lost his channel. Yeah.
He did. Yeah. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. He's lost like what, like 8 channels now.
yeah, look, it's unfortunate because when he is not drinking heavily, or when he's not drinking at all, he goes and works, and some people may look down on what he does, but he works hard. You know, tries to earn his money. He's trying to earn his keep, pay his bills and stuff. It's just, yeah, when he gets all squinty eyes, things can go
Yeah,
sideways. Not always.
and
Not
better.
You're looking good, Muck Muck.
I am going
to
well,
sleep.
I'm going to, as they say in Thailand,
Aw.
I'm going to bed, or I'm going salip. Not asleep. Salip. And
All right. Well, cheers. Thanks for having me
Yeah.
up.
This is like, it's funny because this stream, which happened in the last half hour, was
Can I
so much-
go in bed
so much
with
more
you,
popular than the one 4 hours ago.
darling? Just make it confused.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. But
See
I have
you,
to
Sean.
Cheers, man.
Thank you
See
guys
to
for
Sean
coming
the
on,
Bron, see you,
and
Mac Mac, and thank you very much.
thank you
Isaac.
for coming on. Thank you,
What are you
everyone.
gonna do tomorrow?
Love you, man.
I'll
Cheers.
come
Love
on
you.
again tomorrow. I'll be on again tomorrow, but whenever it clears and I can come on. So thank you for coming on, and see you again tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks, Tozy.
Oh, thank you for coming on, Sean.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you, Mark.